Hi, this is Lori on the Pink Girly channel, and this is very impromptu. I was going to type in a title for this stream, and I hit the keyboard, and it ended up being XYZ, and I thought, well, I'll just leave that, because I don't know what I am going to do this morning. I just felt like doing something, and my channel could use a boost. So I'll see if a couple of my friends pop in, and maybe we can talk about what to do. So I'm just cleaning up my desk here. And if you're watching on the replay, just scoot forward a little bit, because I'm sure we'll get started on something in a little bit. I'm thinking I could either color, or I found this really cool book at Goodwill yesterday, and I was thinking I could take that apart. I think it'll make a fun journal. So that's an option. This is always the worst part, waiting for people to pop in so you're not just talking to yourself. It's different if you're doing a standalone video. Like, for some reason it feels different talking to yourself. I don't know why that is, but for me it does. Anyway, I see a couple people are here. All right, let me dry my space. If I can find my paper towels. Cleaning up and getting organized is a never-ending battle for me. Never ending. And I know some of you struggle with the same thing. I'm just trying to... When I worked in an office, I was very organized, but for some reason at home, I'm just not. Okay, so this is the book I found. Now, I'm really not into Olympians per se. I mean, I like to watch the Olympics. This is this is like a holograph thing. But what attracted me, number one, was the size of the book, right? I never have my favorite ruler here. I always have it using it somewhere else in the house. Let's see. So this is 5, maybe 5 3/4. Hello, Christine. Nice to see you. Thanks for saying hi. And then it's about, so I mean, basically 5 by 7, give or take a 1/8 of an inch. But can you see that little holographic kind of? So the size attracted me, and then I realized, this is a flip open. Uh-oh. I don't know if I can. I don't have much options. Virtual hug. Oh, I see. Okay, thank you. All right. So then when I opened it up, look, it's got a little pockets, and then it's got all these cards in it, which will make tags. Now these are goddesses. Athena, Poseidon, Perse, Luke, Hyperion, Annabeth, Zeus, Hestia, and Grover. So that's kind of cool. See, look. Now, do I alter it, or do I leave it as is. Hey, Lisa. Good morning. Okay, I need to find my phone. What did I do with my phone? Because I need to be able to see. Okay, I'm charged up. And I'm going to see if I can find myself. I need to find myself on YouTube, because then you can see things that you can't see on StreamYard. There I am, XYZ. Oh, there's my little virtual hug. Okay. So let's put it this way. Get myself all organized. Miss Sally K. See, now the other thing is that these pages are they're stitched in. So I'm thinking I could really take these pages out, or some of the pages, and then leave some of them in and then possibly alter. But I would like to do something with the cover, because I don't want to just, it's a little dirty, and I wasn't thinking really I would leave it as it is. Let's see, now this is a Disney book. I don't think it's very old. 2009. Based on Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. So that's one thing I could do today. Or I could do a color page. I was going to see if anyone in chat could help me decide which direction to go. I could do some kind of clusters on little frames, or I was also thinking about trying to do some transfers on my jelly plate. And I don't know if any of these images would work. And then I have some National Geographics too that I could see. I really need to get these pages out and decide. So what are you all thinking? Does anybody feel like watching anything in particular? I could try to draw something and then maybe paint something. When I was on my trip, my son and I went to King's Cross. I think it's King's Crossing. It could be King's Crossing in England, London, where they have the Harry Potter store. And so I got some Harry Potter items because I love Harry Potter. So I found this, oh yeah, you can see it there. Platform 9 3/4, the journal. Now it's a line journal, but the thing that attracted me, because, I'm a dingly dangly kind of gal, was this little dingly dangly that says 9 3/4. So I thought I would, try to draw or, well, let's just leave it at that. Try to draw Harry Potter stuff. So I had like a bag that I took apart and did a little collage thing there. See, and this was off of something else I purchased. See, I can't throw any of this stuff out. That might make a tag. But so first I tried Hedwig. Now I was thinking I just would draw in here, not so much color. And if you're familiar with Harry Potter at all, Hedwig is his pet owl, and he brings, I guess Hedwig's a girl. She brings his mail. And then I tried my hand at Harry Potter. So. And then the sorting hat. This is supposed to be one of the books that belonged to Tom Riddle. in one of the movies. And, well, oh, what's the daughter's name? Oh my gosh, it never fails. My phone rings every time I come on. Hello, Barb, Barb, Barb. Now, Barb, okay, Barb, you got a wrench. All right. Sorry for that phone call. So, of course, I just started on that. But anyway, that's something that I could possibly do. I could do a doodle page. I could do some other kind of art page. I don't know. I'm just open to, I just feel like doing something. And like I said, my channel really needed a boost. Let me show you. Oh, where's my, I have a little, I haven't done anything in this in a while. I don't know if I'm feeling this though. This is a little journal. Like I'm not a journal or like a diary kind of journal. Okay. I just do art journals, or I make journals to sell so that other people can, you know, do the handwriting stuff. So this is just a little, I think I just found this little blank book in, I think it was Michael's. And then I brought it home. The first thing I did was I went through every page and I stamped or inked something. So I haven't looked at this in a while. So let's just do a walkthrough. So I just picked out stuff I liked, and some pages aren't done. And then if I remember, I find something that I like. See, now I have this stuff sitting here, which I guess I'm going to want to use eventually in this page. This is a Jane Davenport stencil. And that's a stencil. I think I did mostly stencils in here. And then just a strip of fabric that I thought would work. Look how cute is she. I don't even know where I got these cards. But I guess this is what's her name? Mary Engelbright, right? I think that's what it is. I think that's her stuff. Lisa, you did a watercolor. I have to, Lisa, I don't know if I have to check to see if I gotta write that down. I don't know if I am sub to you. Lisa, is your channel your name, or are you called something else? I have to look you up. I have to look you up. I'm writing it down because I never remember. Oh, it's so sad, really quite sad. So probably nobody else does this, but I buy stickers and all different stuff, and then I forget I have them. So I have stickers like that. I think that's a cute little sticker. These are pieces that Laura Sullivan sent me, some happy mail, and she decorated the envelopes. So I took that all apart and then used it. Hey, Judy. See, I don't throw much away. My husband doesn't understand that, but see that little tiny bit of fabric? See, I like that there. Oh, this is a stamp that I lucked into at Goodwill, if you can believe it. It's a piece of glass, heavy glass, and it's got this ring stamp and then a butterfly stamp. Somebody, I think it's homemade, that somebody put together, and it really makes a cool stamp. That was a good find. And then Lisa, Laura made me these. Came in my happy mail. I don't know what I feel like doing this morning, but I want to do something. This is my graphic 45. Yes, she looks like Mary. But first reaction was the Campbell soup. Yes, I'm with you on that, Barb, for sure. This is some graphic 45 cards that I liked. See a little snippets on the end of the pages. I'm also putting together, Lisa and Tanya were doing where they had purchased a bag of scraps from, I think, the dollar store, and they were putting together a journal. So I didn't have that. But I was working on something, just finding stuff and making a journal. So I have that too. Okay, Lisa says, I just showed some basic watercolor things, but I think we are going to do a simple watercolor live on the first Wednesday of the month. Okay, cool. And your channel name is Lisa Jameson? I want to make sure I know your channel name so I can find you. Oh, here's another sticker. So what's anybody feel like watching? You feel like watching coloring? Look, I just love that fabric. I had to have it. I don't know why. Because it's got little glittery flowers on it. And I love glitter. I love things that sparkle and shine. And then this is a little folded origami dress. Yes, Lisa Jameson. Wonderful. I'll look for you when I'm done here. My little piece of lace flipped. I just love fabric and stuff. I think I dipped a feather. Lizzie Brewer, hello, hello. How are you today? All right, so anybody have any thoughts, girls? I gotta pick a lane to get into. I haven't looked at this in a while. I probably don't feel like making the jelly print mess. What else have I got over here? See, I just shove things places. And then Lisa and Tanya were talking about making another crunchy book. I made a crunchy book. Oh, here, let me show you some of this stuff. Let's have a let's have a show and tell for a little bit. This was an old dictionary that I just loved, that part of the dictionary. So I wrapped it around this little book of dictionary pages. And apparently I started to do like some art in this and forgot I had that. And this is another version of dictionary type page journals. Oh, look, I put some, you love show and tell? Okay, good. Geez, I forgot I did this too. Got some tags in here and some scrapbook paper. Look, I have a little bag. Somebody, I think I bought this tag from somebody. Maybe Carla? I'm not sure. This is a little stiff, to be quite honest. This is some chipboard paper that I just put some fabric that I liked on it. And then I did that cool, like Japanese stitching. You got slammed. Where are you? What part of the country are you, Lisa? I'm on the East Coast in Jersey, and we are just now getting some rain. It's warmed up a bit. Yesterday it was like 47. All right, here's my crunchy book that Lisa and Tanya made. Oh, that is there. Oh, we'll look at that in a minute. They showed how to, they covered the pages. They took, I think they took Indiana. Oh, yeah, the middle of the country's supposed to be getting hammered. Yeah. Woohoo, Judy, Judy, Judy. So they had us get little pieces of cereal boxes, I think, and maybe glued a couple together, if I remember correctly. And then they took little bits of book pages and glued them all down, and then they journaled on each page. And I decided I wanted to do an eye journal. I love to draw eyes. Don't have too much luck with doing the rest of the face so far, but there you have it. So this is my eye crunchy book. And then they taught us how to stitch the binding like this. I have no idea what it's called. But you'll see it flips open and it lays pretty flat. So on my first page, I decided to do a cutout and do a peek through. And then I had drawn these eyes on different surfaces. And then I went ahead and put them in this book. So this one is a couple of like inchies and a 2-inchy that I had decorated. I think I was in with Aunt Bex. She had some kind of a trade and we swapped. And so these are my eyeballs. I'm obsessed with drawing them, although I haven't drawn any for a while. Put a mustache on that. I got a little nose going there. Some of them are not so great. Time to be creative is my business name, if you will. That kind of looks like Porky Pig to me now that I'm looking at it now. I got some feathers coming up here. What the heck did I do? Oh, there she's all in feathers. I wonder if I put a date in this anywhere. See, I don't remember. No place like home. This is my flower power one. Am I too close to the camera? This is a die cut I have. I love the color of this feather. I found that all these feathers glued to a styrofoam ring I found in a Goodwill shop. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, I like this one. There's a tutorial. I forget it's called Fast Draw or Fast something. And they take you through step by step. And if you follow the steps, you can draw a pretty good eye. I know, it's that binding. I wish I could remember what it's called. But if you go to Tanya or Lisa's channel and put in, I think if you put in crunchy, I think they called it a crunchy journal, you should be able to find the binding. Did some extra doodling on her little head. I don't see a date so far. Punched today in the face. I thought that guy looked like he'd gotten popped in the face. It is fun looking back. Oh, look, here I do have a date, May 2020. Woohoo! Look, howdy, neighbor. My sister Nancy, she's next to me. There's three of us girls in our family. And she's just starting to draw and paint watercolors. She's messing around with some acrylics. She really, I think, is a natural talent. She's doing very well. And I was saying when my son and I were traveling, I had said to him, "You ought to see some of Aunt Nancy's work." And he's like, "Oh, tell her to send us some pictures." So I asked her. Here, she threw everything away. I said, "Never throw it away, because when you look back, you see your progress, number one, but it's kind of fun to look back, right? And see what you did." I think this page needs a little something else. I think I kind of didn't finish up those last couple pages. So that's my crunchy book. Now I have a book I'm supposed to be trying to do 100 pairs of eyes, but I got to tell you, I haven't drawn a pair of eyes in a while. But let me see. Are you sick of eyes? Let's just go through this. This is just another little book that I found, like, I think at Michael's. And now this is June 2020. Tell me if you want me to stop. I like that pair. Can you see them all right? Most of these, I think, are black and white. These aren't so good. Most of these, I think I just sat down and drew an eye or a pair of eyes. Some of them I followed either prompts to learn how to do an eye, or I looked at a picture. This one, I looked at a picture. It's not supposed to be a teardrop. I'm not sure that really looks like a teardrop. Oh, it doesn't like that one. Camera doesn't like that one. Yeah, they're a little wonky. They're different shaped. Thanks, Lizzie. Okay. She's a little cross-eyed. Now this one I have written on the Dreamland, written on the eyelid. We've got the wink and the drawn on eyebrows. There's another side. Really, it's so easy if you go and do that tutorial. This one I was drawing and I dropped my marker or something, I think. Oh, look, and I did eyeliner on this eye and I forgot to do this eye. I guess I was devastated because I dropped the markers. Then I just put a heart in there because I messed it up. I have somewhere I have worked on maybe some noses and some lips, but it's all hard. I'm self-taught. These are supposed to be Harry Potter eyes. I don't even know if he's got blue eyes. Oops, sorry girls. Keep taking my fingers off the white pages. We've got to get our pair of glasses in there. After a while, it's hard to think of a different shape or something different to do. Some of these are just goofy. This one, I was following a picture. trying to get, see, like if you follow Dee Dee Willingham at all, she can do eyes. Well, she's like out of this world. But she can do like reflections in a little tiny eye. It's amazing to me. Betty Davis eyes. Greenies, little greenies. I think this one I followed, or at least looked at a picture. This one I followed a picture. I like those eyebrows. She's a bit evil. I put this one on a mug. How bizarre is that? But I got a nose and I've got some lips and some cheeks on there. So that's not too bad. This is supposed to be an animal eye. Like maybe a camel, I think. I just love drawing them. I don't know. You see that one? Well, that nose is a little funky. This one I'm pretty sure I probably followed. The ones that look more human, I think I pretty much like was looking at a sample and trying to mimic the eyes. But see, I can't, so far I have not been able to get myself to be able to like do a portrait. I can draw them, but the eyes have it. Do, 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 do. That's not a bad looking eye. Got some rogue eyelashes there. I don't know why. They look tired. Now we're into 2021. Oh yeah, I was trying to do this. Found this cool picture where it were fingers coming out of an eyeball. I don't think you really can tell they're fingers. My shadows, see, the fingers are there. And it's supposed to be like a shadow. I didn't do that. I didn't do that very well. I think that's an animal eye. And I forgot to date it. So that's all. That's all I got in that. So, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? What shall we do? What shall we do? I don't want to lose folks that are here. Let me see what I have in here. I know I have a napkin journal somewhere too. And where is my... I keep losing my... Oh, heavens, Lord. Oh, there it is. This is my eye collage journal. Well, my husband and I, some of you may have heard me tell this before, would go and I would do my craft fairs because I was never really that busy. I would take something to do that I could then stop quickly and help a customer. So I found this ledger and was able to purchase it. and then decided that I'll just start drawing eyes in it and then come back and collage. So let me show you this, and then I'll get started on doing something. So I wanted to make sure I had the date here when I started the book. So this is a 1962 ledger. It says tires from some company. So I started in 2019, and then I might go in and put some flesh colored paint down and draw a face, or just draw a face or whatever. So that's my face on this one. And then I collaged around it. And I started it in November. So I have my little November there. And then just did a collage. This page is starting to come out. And then I hit or miss, you know, different pages and put, let me see if I can prop my arm up here. So some of them, I'm having trouble with stuff I have hanging around my work area. So some of them, of course, haven't been collaged. Or if I see something that I think will fit on a page, I may just go and, you know, pop that on. So let's just see if I can do this quickly without keep whacking the camera. And sometimes I'll just put one or two on a page. This one, for whatever reason, I went sideways with a few. This is terrible. I'll glue over that or do something. This one's not too bad. But see, it's not anybody in particular, and the nose is not too great. Come on, baby. There we go. This is one of my favorites. Of course, see, I didn't put a date. Oh, thanks, Judy. So there's that side eye again. But of course, this one I journaled. And this was in September of 2020. And then for whatever reason, I went rogue and put lips. Who knows what I was thinking. That's not so great. Not too good of a doodle, Zentangle type of person. This is one of my favorite pairs. Well, it's a face. I like the face. This I tried to copy off of a reference sheet. This one I need to find some more red flowers to finish that off. And I didn't go in order, you know, I'm all over. Thank you, Judy. See, now here's where I'm trying to mimic the Frozen girls. See, and I just can't get it. Just can't get them right. This one, we were sitting at a craft fair, and I said to my husband, grab something with your fingers and let me see, let me see your fingers. I'm trying to draw fingers. Ugh. He's a good old boy. He puts up with a lot. And I can't do hair. I do terrible with hair. should have used those red flowers. I don't know. This was silly. I thought, oh, a pair of eyes would look good in those flowers. Yeah, no, not so much. You think I got her? I don't know. They don't look so good to me. Let's see this guy. That's not too bad of a nose. That one needs some more work. I think this one, the eyeball's too big for the face. Okay, finally another. Oh, Dee Dee, hi. Okay, all right, Dee Dee. This, I mimicked or looked at the sample from Emanuela, I guess you say, Emmanuel Collin. She's got the Wildage coloring books, so I took one of her faces and drew it. I didn't trace it, I just drew it, and then collage. Judy, Judy, Judy. And these, I was looking at things online to try to mimic. Now, I know when people say, thanks, Judy, people say, you can use a grid and, you know, it helps you with like portrait drawing, but I just don't see myself sitting down with a grid and trying to figure that all out. So that's supposed to be okay. This is this is supposed to be Bradley Cooper. And then I get discouraged and I stop. I don't know why. So this was just a bunch of eyes on 2 pages, and then I thought it would look cool. Thank you, Dee Dee. I thought they would look cool, like in a kind of leafy, foresty kind of page. And then this, Dee Dee, if you believe this or not, you use watches all the time in all your work. You like to put the element of time. So when I saw these watches, I thought, oh, they look like little undersea people to me. So I did a few faces and tried to make them look like deep sea divers. You know, those old-fashioned deep sea divers. This I saw something online somewhere. I didn't finish her up. Then I saw this in a magazine with the wedding band, with the engagement rings. I thought, wouldn't that be cute to put eyes or little faces in there? But for whatever reason, I did them blue. I don't know. What, the underwater page, Lizzie? Thank you. And then, let's see. I think this was supposed to be some actor, but I don't know. Keep trying to draw Johnny Depp's eyes, and this is my Santa. So I started out with him and then did the two pages. I don't know if I have much more in here. I think I did this one online on a stream. I had already had the eyes, and then just did the collage part, put some lace down at the bottom. I have some textured paste. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, one more. I haven't decided. I don't know why after a while I get that striping from my camera. Nothing's changed. I think this was a napkin. And not sure what I want to put on this side, but I carried some of that paint over because you know how it is. You mix paint and then you don't have enough. She looks like she's looking at you through window blinds. Last couple things. I should keep this by my chair in the living room. And these are some elements I thought I might use at some point, but so that's my odd collage ledger. Peggy, good morning, good morning. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Haven't seen you in a little bit. Hope you're doing well. All right, so now let's see. I'm not sure if I don't know what I got going on in here. And this is just a bunch of wild stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, girls. I gotta zero in on something here. See, I really do. Maybe I feel like doing an owl. I don't know. There's my cool cats. Chicken face. I really like Tamara Laporte, if anybody knows her. She does all this kind of whimsy. Oh, I love her stuff. Am I blurring out the camera? I haven't done any else for a while. Let me get my, maybe that's what I'll do. I have this Dilutions, I think that's what it is, a Dilutions journal. Sometimes they're on clearance. And sometimes I get stubborn and I think the clearance isn't really all that clearance. Yeah, Johnny Depp is one of my favorite actors. I think he's a fabulous actor. I love those sea ones he did. Of course, I can't think of the name of them right now. I think he should have had an Academy Award for at least one of those. Captain Jack Sparrow. So I found this book on clearance, and sometimes I don't think they're clearance, especially at Joann's. I don't think their clearance prices are very clearance, and I get annoyed. And then, hi Sherry, and then I end up going back and buying it anyway. So let me clear some of my jazz out of the way, and let's see what trouble we can get into here. And this is a really nice heavyweight paper, and their designs on the opposite sides. So of course I got an eyeball in there too. don't know if I have really too much else done in here. Yeah, and the pages all repeat. Oh, yeah, I don't care for her so much. All right, so let me pick out a page. I do love these colors, these orangey pinky colors. So I'm going to do some kind of an eye. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is cover these other pages. If I can figure out how to open up my... I keep all these bags. I keep way too much stuff. But see, look how handy this is. You keep, you buy some paper or a tablet and you throw that out. But see, look, now that's going to protect my page. And I just love that. All right. And I think I want to start with a base coat of some kind of flesh color. So I have this Jane Davenport, and this is more of a yellowy flesh color. I have a really pinky, let's see, four came in this set. Let's see here. Which color I think is going to go. I've had these a while. Oh, that's a nice light flesh color. I've had these a while, and haven't really done too much with them. That's more of a brownie tan. This is this other one's too, well, let's see. This one's a real pinky pink. Pinky pink. Although that might look nice if I do a blend. All right, so let me get out a credit card. I'm going to scrape and see how that goes. I'm going to scrape. So, okay, here we are. We're off. Finally start. Let me move some of my stuff around. Of course, I have dirty paint water. So I'm going to put a little blob. Has anyone ever had pop up on their YouTube feed? This is probably way too much paint. Jay Lee, I think the name is Jay Lee. And he puts dots of paint like on canvas. I think it's canvas, could be paper. And then he uses crazy things to do some art. Like he bundles cotton swabs and uses those. Or he uses, those cleaning pads. It's a sponge and then it's got like the green, hard, crunchy stuff. Or he uses crumbled up tin foil. And he ends up with these beautiful paintings. It's just incredible what he uses. All right, so I'm going to add a little cadmium yellow. I'm going to try to... You've watched them for years. They just started to pop up, Peggy, on my YouTube. So look, he'll have like an 8.5 by 11 workspace, and then he might put like 6 dots of blue and then 6 dots of another shade of blue, or he might start out with white and then green and then whatever, and they're just blobs of paint. And then he just takes like a big bristly brush and starts crisscrossing, and the paint's real thick, and then he comes in with these other items like that green scrubby pad, and he just tamps it down. Oh, thanks, Peggy. Yeah, I mean, and then of course it's all sped up. He doesn't do it live. He does it, fast. He's been popping up for you, Barb? Yeah. It's just to me amazing. And he'll do like a forest or a path, or He's got one where I think the girl is got a little duck face in her and she's got an umbrella. It just, he does amazing things. Okay, so I think I want to put a little bit of into my neon colors. And I'll put a little drip of neon orange. And all right, let me start with this and see how this looks. I'm going to mostly try to cover up the Of course, it's going to be a heat gun involved at some point. Heat gun, heat gun. Okay, Judy. He takes a straw. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. All right, I tried to follow. Hey, Angie. Okay, honey, stay as long as you can. I tried to follow along with Kathy Arbor the other day. I just wasn't happy. So I ended up painting over my canvas and I have my background. But Jay Lee does something with a straw where he snips the straw up maybe like, I'll say, well, an inch, inch and a half, and just makes it like a feather. And then when he pushes the straw down, it all fans out, and then he uses that to make flowers or like you know, the seeded dandelions. I mean, you could use it to make little cards. Okay, so let's see. I think I want to add now. It's definitely easier, especially if you're just starting to mess around with, you know, drawing eyes or whatever. It's definitely easier just to do one eye than to try to make a pair of eyes that, you know, don't look too terribly wonky. Let's put some of this over here on this here side. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to leave this side. Although I do like to, for whatever reason, maybe it's because I'm right-handed, I like to work on the right-hand side of my book. And it could just be mental. Could be mental. Mental lentil. Okay, I think that's good enough. Maybe I want a little more yellow in here. I'm going to put it on my little expired card here. Yeah, that kind of looks cool. Maybe I'll do... See, sometimes I never know when to quit. That's the other thing. Back away from the page. I guess I always could come back and cover that in if I don't like it. I'm just trying to think if I want... I guess that yellow's bright enough. I don't want to over flesh it because I want to put maybe a little pocket where I put some flesh. I might want to scrape on some sparkly stuff too. Love sparkles, but see, I have sparkly paint that has shimmer or some glitter in it, but I think I mostly have greens and blues. I don't know that I have a pink. I think I have no pink. Yes, left page is going to have an eyeball of some kind. All right, let me dry this up, see how it looks. Heat gun alert. Kind of almost looks like an eye right there. What do you think? I'm so annoyed with myself. I have a beautiful Stampin' Up! French script stamp. It's like the bigger one of the bigger ones, the background stamp. It's like my favorite. I have no idea where I put it. I've been cleaning up and straightening up, and I absolutely cannot find that stamp. It's so annoying. It's so annoying, I have to say. All right. So I'm kind of seeing, I don't know, can you see that? I'm kind of seeing an eye right there. Right? Don't you think? All right, so now this is how cray-cray I am. I purchased brushes that I forgot I purchased. I put them up on my shelf, and I was cleaning the other day, and I finded them. That's the one you were looking at, Judy? Okay, I gotcha. I spy, I think, a yellow and pink eye. So I don't know about these brushes. I didn't think the price was too bad. There's an extra little, kind of got a funky handle. I'm thinking about a yellow eye. Okay, Lizzie sees it. All righty, let's try. This is a number 4. Now, of course, the brushes have sizing on them, so I'm going to give that a little soak, Clean that off. Give me a little second to get some paper toweling. Let me put these back. I'm working in closed quarters. I like these paper towels that you can, they're just small. And then I usually take 2 or 3 and then I just fold them in half like that. That's just my thing. Now I want to try to get in a good spot here. And I like to work with my book or my page at a bit of an angle. Sorry. I hope that's not uncomfortable for many of you. And I'm thinking I'm just going to follow what I have there for the most part. And I'm going to stick with my cadmium yellow. Now somewhere I have a little, oh, I dropped it. I like to go to, when I'm at Goodwill or a thrift shop, I like to find plain plates or something that I can use for a palette. And that's what this is. I have a hot plate somewhere. I love the one-eyed character from Monsters. I know, isn't he cute? I love that. Or who's the actor that plays that one voice? Is it Billy Crystal, or he says something in my one eye? I should have been in pictures. Okay, let's see. So let's just have a little baby wipe. Kathy Arbor, hello. Kathy, you're coming on later, right? 1 Eastern. What's my time? I think she comes on at 1. Okay, so I'm just gonna make sure there's no dust. No dusty dust on here. I think there's a label that was on there, but anyway. I've gotten in the bad habit of just putting my paint out on my desktop. And it's just, okay, Cap is coming on at 1 Eastern. So you make sure you check that out. What are you going to do today, Kathy? Is today acrylic or? Okay, let's see. All right, so a little dabble do ya, as they say. So I'm just going to put a little bit out. I'm going to use it straight. This may not work, but I'm going to try to see if I can. Oh, jelly printing. Oh, don't want to miss that. I do so struggle with my jelly plate. Oh, maybe I'll jelly along. Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Okay, I digress. All right, so right here I kind of see like an iris pupil kind of a shape. So I'm just going to go in there. Now, I think it was Kathy that actually said if you put a little white in with your color, it makes it more opaque, because this yellow, for whatever reason, is a little more translucent than I thought it would be. So I'm just going to add a little white to that, see if I can get that to kind of be a little more opaque. I'm probably doing this all wrong, and I don't have my, I thought I did see a couple of sketch pencils. I didn't bring out my little, look at that, she's right. She's right. Okay, so I'm kind of seeing, I should get up and go get my little pencil case. But I thought I had a couple of, see, I don't know the weights of the pencils very well either, you know. But I know for myself, I like the HB ones. So I don't know if that's, because like if you have a 2B or a 5B pencil, they're harder, right? So it's more like scratches your surface. You don't really get too much like blendy stuff going on. Am I correct? So, and I don't want to use my Stabilo because I think that's hard to get. I'm just going to use one of these. Oh, the bees are softer? Bees are soft. Oh, okay. Gosh, I had that wrong. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to kind of like And I see like an eyebrowy thing here, but I want to blend that a little bit. I'm going to just come in here. And then I want to paint white behind that. And I don't have any little H's hard. Okay. I'm just going to use a cotton swab because that's what I have here. And I'm just going to blend this. Now, the other tip that Kathy gave, which I absolutely love when I was watching one of her videos, is if you put some charcoal or something like around the edge of your eye here, kind of like, you know, makes it look more real. And normally it does. It's kind of hard over that pink. HB is right for the first sketch. It's just right for the, okay, cool. I have my letters mixed up. Okay, and I don't want to fuss too much with the eyeball because I want to do some other stuff on the page. So let's have a little bit of white. Well, H stands for hard, then S should be for soft, but then that would be too much. Yes. Agreed. Agreed. Okay, so let's put some white in here. I have a hard time talking. Pole vaulting. To be so limber. Oh no. Now, I like to float color, what I call floating a color, because it's, I guess it's a, I don't know if it's an old toll painting term or an old craft painting term, but that's what I call it. And I like to use, you can use a flat brush, but I like to use an angle brush generally. I'll see if I can find one. And I just want to put some darker yellow, kind of like a goldenrod, if I can. Crafting Olympics, woohoo! Wouldn't that be fun? We're all meeting for the Crafting Olympics to be held anywhere, USA. All right, paint wheel. Paint wheel is a turning and a turning. I know I have some, this might work. This is a honey brown color, which is not as yellowy as a goldenrod, but of course I didn't know what I was doing today, so I'm like super not prepared. Oh, there we go. There's the dark goldenrod. Let me try a little bit of this. This is an old Deco Art, a Delta Ceram coat. These are my old crafty paints. Crafty, crafty, crafty. And then I also have that really cool eye stamp of Jane Davenport, which I love. But this eye may look a little lost on the page. We'll see. We'll see. All right, so now I'm looking for, and as you can guess, my brushes are just every which way. And I'm so hard on my angle brushes. They're usually not in very good shape. And if you don't know, that's an angle. So I like to put it in water first. Get those brushes, those bristles wet. And then once I put it in the water, I tap it on my paper towel, just a little bit on each side. And then I'm going to load paint just on that point. Can you see? Can you see? There we go. Sweet spot. And then on some kind of a surface, you can use your palette, you can use glass, you can use tin foil or like a palette paper. And then you just start stroking that, and you can go back and forth. But see what that does is that paint starts to travel across the brushes, so you kind of get a blended look. So I'm going to try to just do the outside of that iris color. Kimberly, hello. Let's see, let me pick this up and see if you can you see it just gives a nice little edge to your iris. So it's just not all white, just floats that color across. Now, when Dee Dee colors, she does a little bit of the eye color in the white. So I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. See how that looks. So rinsed out my brush. I'm tapping off the excess water. But this time I'm going to take a little of the light yellow and a little of the goldenrod. And let's see if we can... Let me go with a little white maybe. Now we're going to start the cough. I dare say I talk too much. I'm just kind of blending that. And if your brush gets where you feel like it's dragging, then you don't have enough water. Now this may go all wrong, but I'm going to just do that just ever so lightly right across there. And I'm going to dry it. Now, I don't know really where to put the pieces. Oh, nice, Kimmy. Rub it in, rub it in. All right, I'm going to take a little bit of white. Brighten that back up a little bit, just if I can. Now I'm thinking if I take my pencil and I put a little, see, let me see if I can find one of my, where's my sub? There. Oh, thank you, Lord. I opened right to the, okay, so the iris, the pupil is kind of like right in the middle. So if I do it in pencil, if I need to, I probably can erase it, right? And maybe if I have it, I think if I just do that, I think it'll look okay if I just do that. I don't know what it is here today, but yesterday, like I said, it got up to like, I want to say 47, which, when it was nice. I mean, it was a little overcast, but it was nice. You know, I kind of see like a funky, like a chin down here too, but see, I don't want to, and she looks like she's wearing a mask, doesn't she? Okay, now this is a struggle of mine. I never ever remember where I put my black paint. Never, ever. I should have 2 or 3 of them going at any given time because I never can find it. So just let me have a little look-see here. And I don't think that's it. Nope, that's my purple. And every time I put it somewhere, I think to myself, okay, Laura, you're going to put your black paint here so you know where it is. And I just don't. Oh, got it, girls. Got it. So I'm going to add a little black. I guess she's going to look a little freaky because she's kind of looking down. Oh, where Barb is, it's really cold all the time. Cold tundra. I like my brushes pretty well. These new brushes. Next, I want to find my liner brush. And I don't buy expensive brushes, although one day I would like to try an expensive brush just to see how it feels. But I don't buy them because I really am very hard on my brushes. So let's try this liner. July 1st and July 3rd. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm twirling my book because I want to make a thin line. Eileen, hello. Okay, Eileen says, hey Cass, if you have a few minutes, can you explain how good Printmaker's paper is on your stream today? Eileen, you know so much stuff and you have such a knowledge of different products. I never even heard of that. Okay, I want to make sure I don't have a lot of water in my brush. And I like to load my liner, some water in the paint, and then like drag and twist. And this liner, as you can see, it's got a little bit of a bend in it, but we're going to go with it. And not much pressure. I'm going to just try that. And maybe do some, let's see if we do a little eyeliner here up top. Let's pop in a couple of lashes while we're here, and then we're gonna, I think, move on. Of course, I'm not seeing that great here. I've gotta, if you can get to the place where you can hold your paintbrush kind of like a pencil and then practice with pressures, you don't have to be too afraid of an eyeliner brush. I don't know, can you see that? I don't know if you can see it. I didn't do them too dark. And then I want to do some on the top lid. And I'm going to go this way. I like to pull them towards me. Is Ree here? Hey, Riri. Thanks for coming in. All right, let's see here. Oh, maybe I will go the other way. I don't know. Okay, Dee Dee, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not doing it too well that way. Let's flip her. Let's flip her. And of course I should have my palette on the right side of me, not the left. But because of the book, I'm working on the left-hand side. It's just not happening. And this doesn't have to be, you know, realistic, because it's just a crazy journal page. All right, I want to give her an eyebrow. This could be scary. Maybe I want a bigger, let's try a bigger, not a liner. I think I want a heavier eyebrow. I'm going to try my number 4 that I've been using. So let me load that up with some paint. And I want to make a big eyebrow like that. Just press and pull. It is getting to be about lunchtime, isn't it? For those of us on the East Coast. I forgot to tell my girlfriend Jean I was coming on this morning, but she's in Colorado, and I don't think she gets up all that early. All right, now a highlight. This is the tricky part. Getting a highlight in there. We're just doing that. Okay, now let's get busy doing something else here. Lori has a problem with having places to put things she uses out of the way. A bit of a crash. It's all right. It's all right. Don't worry. All right, let's do the heat gun. Now I'm thinking, what do I have to add? Now I've got some stamps that I use fairly regular, but I don't often put them away. And this is where my French script stamp should be, but it is not. So let's see. All right, I've got some letters. Oh, I love this stamp. Can you see what that is? This is have you ever heard of the company called, oh, I know Eileen has, if she's still here, Lavina? Oh my gosh. I could spend $1,000 on their stamps. No joke. No joke. So I love that one. And look, I found some of these gummed labels. Let's take a gummed label or two. They might come in handy. And this is going to be, well, my stream, I called it XYZ. So it's going to be an XYZ page. And we might have couple little musical notes. And look here, I could have a little, that's a little small. Oh, I'm thinking. Look, I have a stamp over here. Let's throw that in the can while I have it open. I kind of like this too. This reminds me of, I think they call it ticking, that fabric. You know, that yummy fabric that's like a gray color with a blue line. Ooh, love it. All right, so let's put my lid back on. Lid on. Do. And I got this wonderful, fabulous thing from Peggy, my dear. And January is in the bank, so I might add that. Now I know it's February, but I'm thinking I'm going to cut that guy out, and I can use the phraseology and add him in there. Won't he look cool in there? So let's think about that. And then I know I should have had this stuff. Holly Dalton. Hi, Hol. I didn't want to bother you because I know it was early for you. I didn't want to. I know we were up late last night shopping. Sister Judy with the booty. And we were, well, it was late. Well, it was late for you too, Hol. It was late for me. It was like 1 o'clock for me. So I know it wasn't, but it was later than you're normally used to being out. Okay, I'm looking for, I have the stencil that, let's see here. Let's see. I just throw all my stencils. Here we go. It's like a skyline. No, it's not like a skyline. It is a skyline. Heavens. All right. This gives me a little bit of a starting place for my XYZ project that I have no idea what I'm going to do. So, so if I do this, now I'm out of screen here. I'm gonna rooch this up a bit. I'm gonna rooch it. Rooch it. All right, let's put this up under her. Now, the question is, do I want, now I know this is confusing for me. I think I'm somewhat dyslexic. The negative and the positive. So would this be the negative? I think I want to use that. And I think I want it up on her kind of like cheek. Make her a bit cheeky. And if I go this way, see, I can put that and then I can continue that on the next page. Although I want something pointy on her cheek. Now, see, isn't that crazy? I want something pointy on her cheek, not square topped. Not square top. I don't want a square top. So that's not going to work. So let's just see if I can do this. And I think I'm going to go, I think I'm going to do black because I want it dark. I can always, put stuff over top. Now, a sponge. I need a sponge. Yesterday I saw all kinds of stuff. And I know I had a sponge, but where to throw it? Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-da-da-dum, dum. All right, I want to be wasting time looking for a sponge. Bum, bum, bum. I have to think where I put my sponges. Well, I think I can see. Oh, there's one. I'm not the best stenciler, I have to say. No, I don't. I'm sorry, Lizzie. I purchased a bunch of craft supplies from a lady, and she had a lot of Timmy stuff. And when I went to pick up what I had ordered, what she agreed to sell me, she showed me other things. And she had a box of these stencils, and they are all apart, not in the packages, just thrown in one of those 12 by 6 storage containers. Okay, I think I'm doing this wrong. Maybe I do want this part because, all right, going for it. Oh my gosh. I was sitting up late one night. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And for whatever reason, I was on Facebook's market page and this popped up, this item popped up, and I'm like, no, I can't be seeing what I'm seeing. So I checked the location. The lady lived about an hour from me, and she had a lot of stuff that looked like was Timmy's stuff. And she had a bunch of sprays and things like that. So of course I messaged her right away and made arrangements, to go get the stuff. And she wanted to know if I was really going to come because other people were interested. I mean, she answered me right away. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. Hi, Kathy Berg. I know, it's a great stencil. Look how cool it is. And when I went to pick up the stuff, of course, we got very nice woman. She had 60, 65 people message her after me. So, I mean, I was just for once in my life at the right place at the right time. And she did not charge a lot for what she gave me. She really didn't. But she was heavy into scrapbooking and mixed media art. And her son passed away. He had a drug problem. And he passed away a couple years ago, and she just had packed everything up and hadn't touched it. So she was starting to get back into art, but she chose a different genre because I guess it was too painful to go back to what she had been doing, which she certainly can understand. And so then when I got there, she said she had everything down in her foyer that we had talked about that I would purchase. And when I got there, she said, this is all what we agreed on. She said, I don't know if you're interested in anything else. And she took me up to her upstairs room where she works and does her art. And she had all this other stuff. She had 2 tubs of like the Lindy sprays and Tattered Angel sprays, which, you can't, I don't think you can get them anymore. At least the Tattered Angels, I don't think you can get. And she had a whole tub of like Christmas bits and pieces. And she opened the lid. I almost gasped because it was full of Tim Holtz stamps. So we renegotiated. I only had so much extra cash with me, But yeah, I got a lot of wonderful stuff, and this was one of the stencils. Okay, so let's see if I can set that aside for a moment. All right, let me try this. So I'm going to pull out. I think I'm going to use my Sundistress oxide. And I'm going to use my vintage photo because it's like my favorite in the wide world. And let's see, where do I have a, that might come in handy. I have a, inking tool. What do they call it? A blender tool. Blender tool. Okay, that's good. All right, so let's take Peggy's little creation here. Oh, let's see. I dated a guy with a cake. Oh, you did? Oh, that's wild. Okay, I'm going to just rough cut around here. Get this little moon shadow. Do, 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 do. Now, I don't want to miss Kathy, so I got to watch my... Okay, it's only 12. So this is not going to get finished because I fiddled around and did show and tell. All right, so I'm going to put some orange on this first using my, well, let me use this. That's been a while since all right, so let me get some orange around this little guy. I'm going to do a double ink. Double ink. Let's see, it's not really showing up, but you can see it a little bit. And then I'm going to use my vintage photo. And I'm just going to use my Mod Podge to glue this puppy down. So get that down, give it a chance to dry. And I'm thinking the moon has to be up here somewhere, right? Up over the city. Let's see if I have glue that. You were just thinking what? Moon shadow, that? Who has the same birthday? Judy and Holly? Judy and Holly were friends. They had the same birthday. See, I have a weird brain. All right. I feel like a surgeon or a doctor. Doesn't this look like, you're going to give a shot? Yeah. Do, 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 do. You've entered the Twilight Zone. That show kind of always freaked me out a little bit. What was that guy's name? Barb Sterling? Somebody Sterling? Okay. Let's get the moon. Let's get the moon in there. Hit the moon, hit the sky like a big piece of pie. I dated like almost nobody. I had a very sheltered and boring upbringing. Just saying. Just saying. Okay. So now we've got our moon in there. Now I just need some jazz to start going on around down here, right? Need me some jazz. What do I have? Ooh, I just had a bag of, oh crap, yeah, let's see. I got a bag of jazz here. Let's see. What do I got? Oh, look. Let's put her on, huh? I say, why not? This is like a rice paper. It's like a rice papery thing. We'll put her under the city. I'm just going to tear this. And I don't want any of this purple stuff. I'm going to get rid of all this purple jazz. And then where do I have that medium? Now I need something else to protect this other page. Let's see, I'm not paying attention here. Journey, hello. I was sitting here lurking and listening, slow snitching. Oh, how nice. And I went to turn my piece. Oh, it's hysterical. And I thank you so much for sharing that. I love that. Oh my gosh. I know I've stapled stuff to myself and all, but I'm not much of a stitcher, although, you know, I just like to do too many things. That's just the honest truth. Okay. So some of her's gonna hang out. That is hysterical. I'm so glad you shared that. That is amazing. All right, it just ripped off the top of that chick's head. I hope she doesn't mind. See, I spattered. I've got spatters on her. Now let's grab the Golden Matte Medium, if I can pull out. See, I reorganized. I've got everything in a tub on a shelf above me. And yeah. So now what do I have that I can pop under? I want to pop something under to protect that other page. Another plastic bag will work just swell. All right, now a glue brush. I know I have a glue brush sitting here. My scissors are kind of taking over my workspace. None of them are very sharp. All right, let's move this up just a tad. Oh, okay, Hal. I keep forgetting you have a career now. I keep forgetting about it. All right, I'm just gonna slap some of this on. And put this little gal down here. Can you see me? Am I in frame? Okay. Let's see. It's all right that she's speckled. I won't hold it against her. See, I can trim that off after it dries. And then once that dries, I'm going to be smudging some other colors around there to try to blend that in a little bit. Smudge. I'm going to be smudging. Smudging. All right, I don't, I'm trying to think what else that I have that I can grab quickly Who's not sharp? Pencil or sister? See, I'm just so dense when it comes to things like that. Off with her head. Oh, I love that. I don't know what you mean, Peggy. I didn't get it. Hee, the cheese. Okay. Lizzie, did you ever stitch anything to yourself? You do a lot of stitching and handwork. Okay, let's see. It's 12:02. All right, it got me about 30, 45 minutes because I don't want to miss Kathy Arbor. I want to get me some lunch, and I want to see what Kathy Arbor's up to. All right, so let's get out some. Oh, I've got that archival ink there. That'll work. I'm going to add some, I hope, some stamps, some stamping. Let's do some letters here. Now I need to find a stamp brick. Now my sister gave me these little archival inks for Christmas, so it's nice and juicy. Oh, I love that. I don't know if you guys can see this. I love that the little drips on this page are coming through that tissue, that rice paper. You probably can't see it. It really looks cool. Like super cool. Okay, so this is archival and it's ground espresso. Let's see if this works. It's a nice darker color. And I'm just gonna, and I'm really not too concerned that I get the first print and it's like real dark. So I'm just gonna go here. Yeah, that's the problem when you have your own business. All right, that's kind of cool. I don't know. Can you guys really see that though? Still looks like I got some ink on here. I know, probably not supposed to scrub that. I'm supposed to just tap, 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 tap. All right, let's see. I want to kind of go off the page here. Yeah, stay in school, go to college, and then, yeah, oh yeah, whatever. Oh, Journey, I know what I wanted to ask you. All right, when we were at one of the streams, it was Lisa and Lisa and Tanya, and they were doing the jelly plate. And Lisa pulled out those leaf. Look at me. Those leaf stencils. And then, smart alecky me, I'm looking them up trying to find them. But the ones I found were similar to and it was the same company, but they weren't the exact ones. I don't know if you ordered them or not. They're much bigger. And then when I went back and rewatched that stream, she said, I didn't catch it while I was, Googling. She said 4 or 8 came in the pack. Well, I found them, the correct ones. What did Lori do with them? And I don't know if you were going to order them or not, but the one that I said on the stream was not correct. And I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was Dana was interested in them, but when I had gone back and listened, it was you. So this is the one she used. Codohi. Codohi? 6-piece leaf stencil. Got them on Amazon. See, and they're not, the other ones are huge. Of course, I got those so covered with paint. I was thinking about returning them, but let me just show you quick. So there's this one. They're really cool stencils. And then this one. And the size is, not bad. This is, I think, a eucalyptus. That one. I mean, if you send me a message, like in my email, it's just Pink Girly, and I use Gmail. I can send you the actual, link if you're interested. So cool, right? I knew I was looking for you, and I thought, what do I want to tell her? And that's it. Okay, so let me get a couple more of these over on this side of the page just to kind of pull it together a little. Okay, just send me an email or or Facebook, a private message or whatever, and then I'll get it for you. I think they were like $11 or $12, somewhere around there. Not too bad. All right, so let's dry that. Now I have this little sponge dabber, which I think is really a great idea, but I never can get it to work real well. So I'm just going to use a brayer and brayer some white paint on this stencil. And the reason I like these is because it's, I don't know if you can see it on my hand. See, it has like little stitch marks. And you get 4 different sizes. Yeah, that one's over there. So you get that little circle, and then this one, and these, yeah, they're all separate. This is Lavinia, I think it's called. Oh my gosh, their stencils are, their stamps are amazing. Oh, of course, that's too big. Well, I don't have a bigger smush box, so I'm going to go with the next one. So let's put that on there, nice and solid like. And then let's get, well, I've got that pretty well messed up. Let's see. I've got a little brayer here. Let's just use a piece of paper. Let's see how this works. I'm going to put some white paint out on here. See, my husband's always saying to me, how can you work in that little space? And normally it's not a big deal, and I really have enough space. I have plenty of room, okay, but I pack things around and I don't put things away. But normally, 12, 15 inches is plenty of room, really. But when you're working in a large book and you want to open it up and do both sides, that's when it becomes a little dicey. Just saying. All right, and I think this brayer makes noise. Perhaps. Let me just see if I can get this to brayer some paint on here. I said I have a little sponge paint bottle. Look, there's a little fuzzy. Let's see if this works. Whoop, whoop. It works. You could do this with a brush, I'm sure, or your finger, really. Let's go off. Let's go off-road here. And I'm going to come back in with the smaller one. Now, I am known to smear and put my fist in wet paint. So I'm just going to quickly do this. And the original page here in this journal, you have this design. It's got those strips. I'm thinking it would look cute if I did some doodling in those strips with a marker or like a pen. All right, I'm gonna, because I'm not wanting to I'm gonna just flip the book upside down. And I think I want to go here. And I want to get one on the bottom. It's hard deciding upside down. All right, now I'm going to peel that off and then get the next size down. And I need to wipe this off a bit. See, I've got a mess because I'm sloppy. My little block. So I want to clean that up. Let's get that back. Get that on. Now this one, I don't know why they left that one solid in the middle. See, it's got plastic. The other ones are the larger sizes are open, just the ring. I'm sure there's a reason for that. I just don't know what it is. I just don't know. Peggy, you probably know. Or Eileen. Whoa, stencil down. Let's do this. Let's do that. I really wish I could find my French script stamp. I'm really missing it. Really missing it, girls. Okay. I keep wishing that someday I would find someone who's yeah, you're probably right, Peg. I think the bigger ones though would have more of a chance of warping or getting loopy. Getting loopy. Just making cool marks on my prayer. I really want some script. I've been digging through all my stuff. Thanks, Holly. I was thinking maybe it slid down the back of the drawer where I normally keep it, but it's not back there. And some people want a crazy. I was going to just buy another one. Some people just want crazy price for them. Oh, goodness. Sorry. Okay, let's go up here. Now, I definitely will end up spattering this, and I've got to find some stickers or some other stuff that I want to put on here. So I got a lot more to do to this page. So when I finish it up, I'll post it on Instagram. And I think I need a third. We'll do a third up here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's odd. Okay. Uh-oh. Book's not out flat. I don't know if I'm going to... I got it on the cover. Oh, well. See, I do it every time. If it's not my fist, it's my project. All right, let's get that out of the way. All right, so now what I want to do real quickly, I was watching Timmy do a demonstration. He was doing something, and he was using these brushes. So they have an old model and a new model. Now the new model, I think you only get 1 or 2 of these for about 20 bucks. But if you order the old model, which I don't know what the difference is, they look the same to me, you get 4 for the same price. Hello. So I got 4. And this is how long the brushes are. But what he was saying is you can use it like this, but if you want a more condensed usage, like if a small area or in a stencil, you can pull that metal part down and make your bristles shorter so they're not as wiggly. So I haven't used them yet. And of course, you know, he has one for every color. So what I'm thinking is I want to put some color. Now this is the oxide. And I don't know how this is going to work. But I want to try to blend this into my page. And I want to make sure, yeah, that's dry. I want to just try to get rid of that. That's not doing too bad. And this is the carved pumpkin. And then I have, I think I have a raspberry type color. And if anybody was listening to Kathy Berg and Colleen, Piccola was on with them, and she was saying that these inks fit into a tape deck holder. So I took a run to here, candied apple. Let's try candied apple. I took a run to Goodwill when I was overseeing my mom after our visit. Oh yeah, I always forget those, Kathy. I always forget. Okay, let's try a little bit of this up on our forehead. Oh yeah, I like that. This is good. So I was looking for a tape deck, like Piccola said, and then I could free up some of my drawer space. And if I could get a tower, you know, and slip these in, because I have several, and then it would be vertical space. You know, it wouldn't take up much real estate on one of my work tables, and then it would go up. Well, let me tell you, This this is a delusional book. You mean the other one, Hal? 1960. Oh, crash. 1962. Yeah. It looked like this guy was, I don't know if he was a mechanic or just sold tires, but all the entries are 62. And there's a lot of blank pages in it too. Okay, how are we on time? 12:23. Okay, so let's see. What can I do for the last few minutes here? What else did I pull out? I pulled out some musical notes. I'm not sure if I want to use those. And, oh yeah, I was going to stick some of these down. I think I'll probably get out some fabric. Okay, sweetie. Thanks, Barb. Love you, Barb. Thank you. Okay. Let's get some glue. I'm going to put this down. I got to clean out my... I love those needle nose glue things because, you know, you can get just a nice little stream or a little bead of glue in a little tiny area. But boy, sometimes they're just a challenge to keep the nozzle clear. Yeah, you know what, Journey? I keep checking. Of course, you're going to pay a lot more on Etsy. You can find them on Etsy. Just depends on your budget and what you're willing to pay or able to pay. But I don't know if you've heard of the site called Mercari. It's Mercari. And sometimes you can look into stuff on that site. And there's Poshmark, but they have like a $7 or $8 shipping charge. A lot of times on Mercari, you'll find folks that I have quite a few that I've been able to grab. You'll find some folks that will ship free, you know, and sometimes they'll take an offer. I was in a shop where I had some of my stuff, and I walked in one day, and sitting on the table was this journal. I don't think it was this one. This is a smaller one. I don't know where I found this one. I think I might have found this one on Mercari or Etsy. See, and this is all blank. I don't know if there's any, and there's no marking, so I have no idea what age this one is. And this is small. A lot of them are longer. And of course, sometimes on eBay you'll look into some, but it just depends. It's one of those things where I think like you want to check like once a day. Oh, Goodwill has online? Oh, I didn't know that either, Kathy. Oh, I'm going to be checking that. So this is let's see, 6 1/8 by 9 1/2-ish, if you will. So see, my problem is, what do I do with them, or do I just want to hoard them? And so far, I'm just hoarding. Now this one is really long and skinny. Okay, this one, make sure this is all dry. Rabbit trail. Let's see. This one is 12, 13, 14. It's about 15 and a half by 6.5. And this one, every page, I mean, it's really beat up. Okay, but I didn't care about that. But I got this, I'm pretty sure, on Etsy and paid way too much. It's got $3 inside the cover. $3 in pencil. It's stitched, but every page is got writing. It's all in pencil. But this is an older one. Let's see. Somewhere I know there's a year. He mostly, oh, there, 1938. 1938. See, that page is loose. So I'm like, do I take the pages out and use the cover? See, I'm on the fence. I just don't know what I want to do. Yeah, well, I would like to find one for free as well. But I started to tell you when I went into this, I think it was this one. It's like an antique kind of shop. She's got a lot of different stuff in there. A lot of it's not antiques, and well, whatever. It's her business. But I went in to check my stock and whatnot, and I walked in, and on one of the back tables was sitting this ledger. I almost couldn't breathe. I picked it up and I thought he's going to want a lot for it. No, $15. He wanted $15 for it. So, I mean, that's like in my head, I'm screaming, start the car, start the car. But let's see. I don't know if there's a year in this one. I haven't looked at this one in a while. Yeah, this is only in the 60s, 1967. And then if you can believe it, I have another one that I think is about this size. And it has a hole punched up at the top where they must have kept it on a ring, behind their register or whatever. And I'm pretty sure I took that one apart. Do you think I can find that? I cannot find that. I cannot find the pages. I have no idea what I did with it. I have no pages laying around that have a hole up there. I'm like, I nauseate myself. I'm just annoying. So that's my ledger stash. But see, they're like gold to me. I don't know. I just love the way they look. I love the way they feel. And I can't stand myself. I just love it. Okay, so let's see here. Now I've chatted and I didn't do anything. I thought I put out a little, I know I thought I put out a music stencil. Now I've got something else on my screen. My sisters are texting back and forth. They're going and seeing my mother, and now they're talking about, oh heavens. Now they're talking about cinnamon buns. I don't need to know about cinnamon buns. My mother is 90 and she loves sweets. She doesn't really like to eat too much regular food anymore. She mostly just wants, a goodie treat. A goodie treat. Oh, here they are. All right, I think I'm going to use a little bit of this. And I do this thing where I don't want the, I don't know if this makes sense. It seems to work for me. I don't want the hard, when I stamp down, I don't want the hard edge. Now, I guess I could just kind of watch where I put the ink. But see, I just rip strips of paper. So I have like a deckled kind of an edge. Let's see. And then I decide where I want to put it. And where I'm going to stamp. And so if I mess up, I don't have the hard edge. Does that make sense? Hey, Dana, how are you? All right, so let's do that. What do I do with my block? Oh, there it is. And I never press down right, so I use the block. Well, look at there. I stamped everywhere, but not where I had the ink. Let's go again. Yeah, right. $15 was reasonable. I stamped in the same stinking spot. Oh, girls. Oh, girls. Let's blame it on the fact that I need some victuals. All right, I'm going to find some kind of, I must have something in my Timmy stamps that has letters or something. This is probably crooked. I'm just putting little smidges of that here and there. So I'll continue this because, like I said, I did show and tell for, gosh, probably a good 45 minutes, right? So I didn't get anything going, didn't get anything started. And I'll be adding to this page. And then I'll just, I keep forgetting to put stuff on Instagram. Oh, look at there. I did it stamp side down. What a silly girl. Silly girl. All right, I'm going to wind this up because I need to get some lunch. And I want to remind you to see, if you have the time and you're around, check out Kathy Arbor. She's going to be doing jelly plating today, which is always fun. And I am jelly plate challenged. So do that. And then, what's today? Thursday. So Beth will be on later today. I'm going to try to do a regular spot on Thursdays after Murray. I'm trying to find a time for a regular stream time. And I want to work on my channel and do some videos. I feel like I need to get my room in order before I can really commit to that. So I'm working on that. Oh, that looks kind of cool off the page there. Let's put some. So I'm going to continue to do this, but I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for coming and hanging out. Had a nice little crowd here today. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up if you don't mind. That would be very helpful. And have a great day. I'll see you somewhere else on the tube, I'm sure. Take care, stay healthy, stay warm and dry. All right. I'll see you later, gals. Thanks again for joining me. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. Thanks for joining me. Oh, you're welcome, Eileen. My pleasure. Thank you, Peggy. Thanks to Holly for modding for me. And then, of course, Barb, Kimberly. Take care. I'll see you for sure around. All right, girls. That's it for me for now. I'll probably see you at Kathy's. Kathy Arbor, 1 o'clock Eastern. All right, girls. See you soon. Bye-bye.